Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be solving a really nice exponential equation where we have x to the power of negative x to the x equals 2 to the power of the square root of 2. Now, before we go ahead and solve this for x, notice that the left-hand side of our equation is x to the power of negative x to the x, and it is not x to the power of negative x raised to the power of x. So this is not what we have, and this is what we have. So now let's go ahead and try to solve this. And in order to do that, we need to go ahead and raise both sides to the power of negative 1. So if we do that, we're going to have x to the negative x to the x raised to the power of negative 1 equals 2 to the power of the square root of 2 to the power of negative 1. Now, on the left-hand side, we need to go ahead and multiply these exponents. So if you do that, we're going to get x to the power of x to the power of x. And on the right-hand side, we can go ahead and take this power and bring it inside and take this one out. So we're going to have 2 to the power of negative 1 raised to the power of the square root of 2. 2 to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 2. So we have x to the power of x to the power of x equals 1 over 2 to the power of the square root of 2. Now we can go ahead and replace the square root of 2 with 2 over the square root of 2 because 2 over the square root of 2 is the square root of 2. Next, we can write this as 1 over 2 squared and then raised to the power of 1 over the square root of 2. 1 over 2 squared is 1/4. So we have 1/4 to the power of 1 over the square root of 2. Now at this point, let's go ahead and talk about 1 over the square root of 2. Let's go ahead and manipulate this. So 1 over the square root of 2 is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the power of 1/2. Now we can replace 1/2 with 2/4, and then we can write this as 2 squared to the power of 1/4. And we can replace the 1 on the top with 1 to the power of 1/4. Next, if we extract these 1/4, we're going to have 1 over 2 squared, which is 4 to the power of 1/4. So that means that this is 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4. So this means that this is equal to 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4. And this is equal to x to the power of x to the power of x. So basically we have x to the power of x to the power of x equals 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4, which means that x equals 1 over 4. Great, so this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you did, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and I'll see you later.